Los Angeles Chargers under the lights on Monday night.
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And here we go from L.A. Darius Davis to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the fifth-year pro who can really fill up a stat sheet, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 Media Days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly, the way that rocket arm can throw the ball all over the field. Been hyper productive statistically. Kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show.
Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
He finds McConkey, and he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. It was Marcus Williams in on that stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He's got a man left.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Herbert from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. He'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Herbert throwing again. Hurst there to grab it. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29. Herbert now off the play fake. Finding Hurst. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. Right? Look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
2nd and 6 coming up here. This ball's caught by Palmer. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They go play action. Here's Herbert. And he finds him in the end zone for an LA touchdown. The Chargers finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And then brought out by the reigning MVP, the 2nd of his career, the best runner in the game. It's Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard's Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, the most exciting player, not just in his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
This is Henry on 2nd. Has a lane past the 45. And he's finally hauled down at the 43. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Another run for Henry. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running once more with Henry. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Complete beyond the marker. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Bateman hauls it in. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll send their tight end right. 1st down from the red zone. Complete Derrick Henry. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They've got a man in motion. From the gun, a run for Henry. And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stuffed at the line. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. He's got it. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. Well, whether he stays the go-to guy the entire game, we will all judge together. But no doubt about it, on that opening drive, Brock, he was the star. Bunch of catches and a touchdown to begin this one.
Yeah, I think this is twofold. Number one, you love to get this guy started early. He's a playmaker. He's a difference maker. Number two, this defense, well, they better be on high alert because this offense feels like they have a matchup they can attack, and that time attack a 3rd time for 6.
Justin Tucker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens start off well to tie things 7-7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the LA offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. Hauled in left side. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
On 3rd and 1, it's Herbert. Completed to Hurst. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Dobbins trying the right side. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Escapes the pocket. Steps up, and he's running with it. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
2nd and 3 now. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Short pass brought in. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10, here's Herbert. Looking right, and he finds him. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Chargers will have a 1st. Tight end motioning right. Herbert to throw once more. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles! The Chargers break the tie here in the 1st. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Tucker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's Tylan Wallace on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the second time. They just witnessed maybe the most impressive drive we've seen all game, Brock, and now they get a chance to answer with one of their own. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Stopped by Deion Henley.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust. And trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
From the 27, this finds Likely. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st down, here's Lamar. Andrews with the catch. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Lamar throwing again. Aguilar with the grab. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Jackson's going to throw again. Taken in by Likely. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Working inside the red zone. This throw is cut. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. They managed a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Jackson out of the gun on 3rd. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens tie things up at 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of our 1st quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. We're all knotted up at 14. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They're looking at 1st down here. This is Dobbins. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Hurst there to grab it. Rolling into enemy territory. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
They're set up at the 35 now. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
2nd and 10. Herbert trying again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Carry here for Dobbins. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Coming in for the stop was Michael Pierce. 2 yards on the run, but a tough spot upcoming. We've got 3rd and 12. Now Herbert to throw. He's on the move. He's running for it. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. It's a 38-yarder from the left hash. Brown's kick is up and good. And they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Hill now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Connects with Bateman. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
1st down throw for Jackson. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. This return makes it up to the 25. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down, ball at the 36. Dobbins gets it off the option. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Herbert now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And the Chargers will have a first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10, here's Herbert. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll come up 1st and 10. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Herbert now off the play fake. Escapes out to the left. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. And the defender comes away with it. Roquan Smith with the pick.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Baltimore running its offense out now. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Pistol snap to Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Lamar now from the gun. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Henry on the catch. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. And again, it's Jackson. Oh, put some heat on this deep. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Lamar throwing again. Hits him on the out route. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Jackson yet again. Aguilar with the grab. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Only one on the carry, so that's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. We send a man in motion. Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He manages a couple, and they are right on the verge of it. 3rd and goal from the 1.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Staring at fourth down, the Ravens will go with Justin Tucker to try for 3. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Bullock's kick is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chargers are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Second down now, 7 to go. Play action now for Herbert. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
I love everything so much for a quarterback. When you're throwing that crossing route, it's imperative that you lead that receiver. You don't throw where he's at, you throw where he's going. And when you do, yards after catch follow.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Herbert on 1st down. Johnston brings it in. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Dobbins on 1st and goal. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. It's the Chargers who have it, 2nd and 9. Herbert from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone.
And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers earn the chance to tie before halftime. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together. Dicker on now for the PAT.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers tie this game up. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Wallace with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Ravens ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now here's Lamar. He'll get this to Henry. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Finds Aguilar. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. 2nd and 1. Gets this one to Andrews. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Jackson's going to throw again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Again, it's Jackson to the air. That's taken in by Henry. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Extra defender in the secondary now for the Chargers. 3rd down coming. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Connects with Bateman. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. The defense calls a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. From the gun, Jackson. Chased out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Working inside the red zone. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. So 2nd down coming up.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. 2nd and 10 now. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked up, Cam Hart.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
The Chargers ready to go on offense for the final time in the first half. Backed up this far and with such little time left, Brock, you gotta imagine they're just gonna kneel this out. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. That's complete to Dobbins. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We have reached halftime. Already a full game's worth of excitement in just 2 quarters. Now we'll jump from the West Coast to the East Coast, down to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Hill now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Ravens are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Motioning the tight end left. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. To the left side, caught by Andrews. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Cam Hart's up for the tackle that time.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
The Chargers into a nickel set, 3rd down. Play fake, Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He fields this at the 18. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Hard to do better than that, a 66-yard punt. And the Chargers take possession. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Herbert now off the play fake. Completed to Hurst. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running it again with Dobbins. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Putting the tight end in motion. Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Wallace with a return here. He's got a lane up past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. The drive begins with Henry, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Lamar now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got a gain of 6 there. Stopped by Deion Henley. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Jackson to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Caught by Flowers. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. And again, it's Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Jackson yet again. Aguilar with the grab. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 3rd quarter lead. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Charger offense making its way to the field. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Herbert. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the 1st sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Finds McConkey. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He's on the move. He's running with it. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
So on fourth down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60+. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. Throwing now on 1st down. It's Jackson. This finds Likely. It's a pickup of 26. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, well, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Now Jackson off the play action. He's got Andrews. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Trying down the middle with Henry. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Jackson. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Motioning one of the tight ends. Jackson now on 3rd. He has the 1st over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Aguilar, the receiver, in motion right. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
They go play fake with Jackson. Throwing the out route complete. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Slot man motioned over. Lamar off to play fake. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week, during practice. They're both quarterback and tight end. Went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Lamar throwing again. Getting out to his... And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens now lead by 10. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. The 5th time he's scored, putting him just one off that single-game record. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Tucker able to tack on the extra points. And the Ravens drive their lead to 11. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Herbert. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away. Looking for the back that time. So it's 2nd down coming up. Going with Dobbins here. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Herbert from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. To throw, Herbert. On target to Dobbins. Give him 13 on that play. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Got a man, Palmer has it. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Escapes the pocket. He'll try and run this. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. Hits the end zone for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
For a second, looked like the Chargers offense was coming off, but no. Coaches say, stay out there. We're going for 2. Herbert's going to look to throw for this. And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Hill now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember. But as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action now with Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Henry on the option. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, here's Lamar. Andrews with the catch. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. A tight end in motion now. From the gun, Jackson gets this one to Andrews. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Play action. Here's Jackson. They did it. He made the interception. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Chargers have some new life in the fourth. All right, that's now his second interception thrown in this game. Obviously not a stat you want, but he does have those 4 touchdowns to fall back on.
And that pick, well, makes it a little bit better performance for this defense, right? I mean, you get burned 4 times, but at least you got a couple to hang your hat on that you did take away. I'm not sure that fact is going to save them from what's going to be a really rough film session, though.
Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
That one's cut on the left sideline. And they bring him down around the 34. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
1st and 10, Herbert. This ball's caught by Palmer. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And now they have a 1st and goal.
That's one of those plays, Kate, where every position on the offense gets a gold star. They all did their job, enough protection to allow the quarterback time to find his receiver, who went all the way from the right side of the field to the left side of the field to do some damage.
From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Now Herbert again. Forced out to his right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Chargers take a 4th quarter lead. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead. sticker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Wallace with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Ravens trotting out their offense. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Taken in by Likely. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 3 now. We give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Running once more with Henry. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more. You may know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Another run for Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Lamar now from the gun. Gets this to Bateman. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Running for it. Here's Henry. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They only manage a yard, but that was enough as this drive rolls on.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
1st and 10 from the 41. This set it down starts with an option right. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
2nd and 6 coming up here. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Bateman hauls it in. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
have themselves another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Henry. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Called in left side. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Slot man in motion left. Turning to Henry on 3rd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he drives this forward to the 6. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
They'll run here with Henry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, that came at the perfect time.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. Changing it up here, Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Ravens take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
Missed to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens push their lead to 3. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Chargers, and this running back headed back out for a new series. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Herbert. That's complete to Dobbins. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Herbert. Completed to Hurst. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Herbert. That's incomplete left side. Trying to find his tight end. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Got a man, Palmer has it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Herbert on 1st down. Looking slant route, complete. He goes the distance, touchdown LA! The Chargers take a 4th quarter lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Hill now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Throwing again here on 2nd and 10. Jackson bails out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Back to throw it. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The home teams and Joshua Palmer set to go to work again. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Hurst there to grab it. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Chargers holding a 4-point lead. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. They're set up at the 35 now. First down, and they go right back to him. Again, he hits the 2nd level. And he works this down to the 41. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. First and 10 from the 41. Running it again with Dobbins. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. It's a give here for Dobbins. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Handoff goes to Dobbins, running left. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Here we go with Dobbins. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs. So the Chargers come away with the win in this one. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.